In this video, you're going to watch a replay from the first Q&A from the Agent J community. We go over a bunch of stuff and I dive into N8N systems. I show you stuff under the hood. I even show you how a fully automated outbound sales system works that books over 150 meetings. We go into the nitty gritty. So stick around. It's a long video. You learn a lot of stuff and you get an idea for what you can expect on these Q&A calls from the Agent J automation community.
Super new to the automation space. I'm in like data and analytics now. So I'm trying to figure out ways to like automate my job, honestly.
Yeah.
And potentially like get into working for businesses and automating things for them as well.
You came at the right place. Where do you work? Like, is it a big company, a small company?
Like medium sized, the manufacturing company, so they could also benefit from lots of automation too, that they don't use at all. They need more systems. So if I can offer some solutions, I know that will take me far where I'm at already.
Gotcha. Yeah, the tough thing about automating within businesses is that they have like controls in place. Like you can't just bring in an automation without like an approval or something like that. So
yeah,
it's a little difficult in that aspect. Let me just send out something here. But what have you done with automations? Have you tried N8N? Have you used Zapier before, for example, or Make.com? Have you done any of those things?
yeah, I've used Zapier and Make.com before. I even was using like you for a while to automate some like scraping of Reddit. But I haven't dug that far into N8N. That's the one I need to get my teeth into next for sure.
Cool. Well, that's good. At least you got the basics. Well, let me share my screen. Let me show you something cool that I just discovered that ChatGPT does. So let's see, which screen can I share? This one here. Okay, so check this out. I got Alex Hormozi's book as an EPUB. I put it into a PDF, and because I don't got time to read like a 184-page book, so put it into a PDF. I threw it into ChatGPT, and I said, just give me like the secret sauce. It gave me the secret sauce, as you can see here. And then I was like, it's like, do you want a one-page cheat sheet? I'm like, yeah, sure. So then it gives me this, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. And then it's like, do you want like a one-page infographic style layout? I'm like, yeah, sure. So then it gives me a picture. It's actually pretty cool. But it just made this picture. I mean, it's missing some text at the bottom, but still, I had no idea that ChatGPT did this. Like, this is pretty awesome. Look at this. The $100 million offer cheat sheet. The Grand Slam offer. Look at this. 2 problems every entrepreneur faces. Not enough clients, not enough profit. Yeah. Pretty good. Normally, like when AI makes pictures, it spells things wrong, but I don't see any typos here. I don't know. You guys see any typos?
No, it looks pretty good. I'm surprised. I usually end up like making infographics or some sort of document in chat and I have to edit it in Canva or something afterwards.
Right, yeah. So I'm really amazed that I made this. Hey, Gonzalo. Am I saying your name right?
Yes, absolutely. You got it.
Awesome. How are you?
Very well. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm just showing something really cool that I just discovered. Here, let me just re-show it here. So basically, you know Alex Hormozi? Everybody knows Alex Hormozi, so I'll take that as a yes. He has a book, and I fed in his book. I converted to a PDF, and you see it's like 184 pages. And I don't got time to read 148 pages, so I basically fed into ChatGPT, and I said, like, give me the secret sauce, give me the TLDR. So it did, as you can see here. And then it was like, do you want me to create a one-page cheat sheet? I'm like, yeah, sure. So it created the one-page cheat sheet. And then it was like, do you want to create a one-page infographic? I'm like, yeah, sure. So it generated this. I was like, oh, it's actually quite good. Every day I'm learning something new with AI, like what it can do. And as you can see here by the quality of this picture, like no spelling errors. It's quite awesome. So Gonzalo, tell me about you, man. How'd you find us?
I'm from Argentina. I
Oh, que
just,
bueno.
yeah, I just joined your community just about, 10 minutes ago, I think. I got the approval. So I'm building a deep tech company startup. I'm on the, uh, I would say, the early stages.
Yeah,
And I'd been following you on LinkedIn,
awesome.
and I like very much your posts and stuff there. And so that's why I joined.
Cool, cool. And you're looking to automate stuff within your startup, your future
Yes,
deep tech startup?
yeah, correct. I'm looking to do that. Yeah.
Cool. So what have you done? Do you have any experience doing any automations? Like have you done Zapier before, Make.com or anything like that?
No, I'm just basic, copy and paste, chat GPT.
Well, you're using ChatGPT, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, to be honest, I did some automation on my previous job, where through Lemlist
Yeah.
and Meet Alfred and those two tools combined, I did like about 47 or 50 um,
Uh,
campaigns, outreach campaigns
right.
throughout the Americas and Europe. So that worked very, very well.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
but of course, there are paid services, as you are just showing. Um,
Yeah. I've never
so,
heard of this. Yeah. Yeah. Fun
oh,
fact about LinkedIn is all automations on LinkedIn are officially banned. Like you're not allowed to do it, but everybody just does it anyways. And there's a lot of backdoor service providers that allows you to do automations. And even I'm
yeah,
doing it right now. So you can see my screen.
yeah,
You can see that a bunch of messages are being sent to people. I
yeah.
haven't sent a damn one. All my agents, I have a bunch of AI agents running, and they're all just sending them right now. So
Mhm.
I pretty much automated my. Oh, there goes another. I've basically automated my entire LinkedIn system, but
Yeah.
don't tell the LinkedIn overlords about this because they'll ban me.
No, I won't, and that's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do for my company.
Yeah, LinkedIn automations is tough, but I mean, once you get something going, it's great. I mean, my system is it just keeps going. My system's great. It works clearly because I've grown from I don't know, like 3 months ago I had like 1,000 followers, and now I'm like over 12,000, I think. So it's working really well. And
Yeah.
every single comment here, I'll show you guys some sneak peek stuff here. So every comment that comes in through LinkedIn all goes into a spreadsheet, as you can see here. So I've been tracking all of it. And as you can see, there's over 7,000 rows. Each row equates to a comment. And so I have a bunch of different agents that are running. I have agents that check if the comment is like a lead gen comment, for example. And then I have agents that basically process the comments. Like, we'll reply to the person, we'll send the message to them with the lead gen stuff. So this is the secret sauce. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how I do it, but this is you're just going to have to take my word that there's no way that I did 7,000 rows and put all this information here by hand. There's absolutely no way. It's completely automated.
And John, just a
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
I'm sure, do you measure this with like a Google Studio, tool or something just to track on, how effective are each of your campaigns and how to improve your messaging and on all of
Mm. Yeah, it's a good. Right now, I'm not doing any detailed measurements. I'm doing basically just like, for example, let's go back to my LinkedIn. So here's my LinkedIn, right? So you can go to my profile and I can see, some data here, some analytics. So basically, I'm just looking at it that way. I'm just looking at the analytics of my post, and the posts that do well, I do more of those, and the posts that don't do well, I do less of them. Like for example, this post here, I thought it was a funny joke, but it turns out most English-speaking people, they don't understand ChatGPT is Spanish ChatGPT, so it didn't do well. So I'm not going to do anything Spanish related again because English speaking people just don't get it. But I speak a little Spanish, so I understood it. And
Yeah.
we got We got Austin here, so he got it, but I won't do that again. But you can see this post here did pretty well. So I'll do a bit more of that. This post here, basically anything, if you want to market yourself, you need to do stuff that's trending. Trending comments or anything trending topics really do the best. Like see this post here about ChatGPT 5. It did very well. I had a feeling it would do very well. I didn't think it would do this well. Like over like 2,000 comments, over 170, almost 170,000 views. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's basically how I measure it. I just look at, how well it does. And if it does well, then I'm going to do more of it. Like, for example, this post here, I'm going to do this system that I created here. I've already enhanced it. I have like a second version of it. So I'm just going to do another post, basically rehashing this content with an updated picture that'll be even bigger and more complex and more nodes and more green lines, yeah, and it should do well. So that's how I do it. I don't have any like detailed analytics. One day I will, but right now it's not really needed. Speeds the game,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what's your deep tech startup?
My apologies. You just got me on my past the time. So
Yeah.
I didn't plan just because of the time difference. That
Oh yeah, it must be because in Buenos Aires right now it's like I think it's probably like 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that.
yeah, it's just 8 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, 8 o'clock. It's a 3 hour difference than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Guadalajara, Mexico right now, so 3 hours behind you.
Okay, beautiful, perfect.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, are you teaching how to build the optimization, or how does it work, if I made, or I just
Yeah. So I'll show you the school community. We've got a ton of resources in here, so you can just jump into this stuff and start learning it yourself. So I have videos here, so
Okay.
you can go through each of the videos here, like this is the intro video of what you can expect from this. Some basic stuff like what is AI, why we're in the AI gold rush right now, like which we really are. What's the difference between agents and prompts? Like agents basically are they're basically humans that do what humans do. Some terms, So basically just go through the course here.
Okay.
Got an N8N crash course here on how to do stuff, how to set up N8N. And I'm going to keep updating this stuff and, keep improving it. So, and then you're going to have questions. So you're going to come to these, basically, you're going to have like keep doing these weekly check-ins. And, people are going to jump on, people are not going to jump on, people are going to jump on with questions and,
Okay.
yeah, so that's how it works.
Okay, perfect. So supposedly after I done this, classrooms and videos, training and so forth, I should be able to build my own system.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to take you a while to become a master at it, being able to actually do it yourself. It took me about like 3 months, something like that. But when I first started, like I knew nothing about this stuff, and I was a part of communities like on school as well.
Okay.
And basically, I just took a bunch of free, like these are all, like you can click on one of these, and there's going to be,
Mm-hmm.
what is this? Some of them have JSON JSON files.
Yeah.
And the JSON files is what you want. JSON files is basically you use that to put into N8N, and it's basically a workflow, and then you have to basically figure out how to get it working. I have something in here. I think it's the N8N crash course. Yeah, basically, like this is explained. I explained how to upload a JSON file, how to create your first workflow. So I explained that there. And then one of the classrooms here, I think I have, these should be workflows here. Oh, here we go. It's down here. Okay. So these are, okay. So it's all this stuff down here. So these are all workflows here. And so then you can see here's the JSON. We download it, and that's how it works. So they're all in here, basically.
Perfect.
So you click on this stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so they're there. So your first
Okay.
agent. So yeah, lot of stuff, You'll be spending a lot of time on this, going through it.
For sure.
Yeah,
Right. Thank you so much. Huh?
yeah, of course, man. But I mean, these days, like as business owners, like you have to know a bit of like you're not going to be an expert because you don't have the time to be an expert, but
Mhm.
you're going to know a bit of how to do this stuff, which you need to. Like for example, this guy named Adam Robinson, he's got a huge following. He's been doing the whole LinkedIn marketing thing for a long time. He's got his own business. He said a post, this was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. He said that his business is like being fully run. 95% of his sales to support was replaced by $99 Delphin Cloud. I don't know what that means, but basically he's using a bunch of AI agents to,
Mhm.
basically automate the sales and support part of his business of our B2B. And then he
Fantastic.
gives some free stuff. Yeah, exactly. Point being is he's not an automation expert by no means, but he knows a bit of stuff
Mhm.
um, because he has to. You basically, as a business owner, you have to know how to automate at least a little bit of stuff. You just have to. And you have to, be able to, it's best when you do it with somebody else. You figure it out with somebody else. It's hard to do it by yourself unless like you really know what you're doing.
Mhm.
I think on one of his posts, he talked about how like him and his business partner, they basically figured out how to do something in there. Let's keep going back here. Uh, Maybe it was this post. It was one of his posts. So yeah. So yeah,
Mhm.
you're going to end up as you get good at automations, you're going to figure out like, oh, I can automate this, or oh, I can automate this. Basically, it's anything that's super highly repetitive, you're going to figure out how to automate that.
Mhm.
Like for example, me, I have a bunch of messages that I send to people, and I just recently figured out how to automate this. Because with my lead gen system is pretty simple. I say, hey, let's go to one of my posts, for example. Let's go to a lead gen post. I think this one's a lead gen. Yeah, this is a lead gen post about school. So I say, hey, like the post, comment the keyword, repost, make sure that we're connected, right? Most, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of people, like 40% of people, don't follow the instructions. So they will almost all do this, but then they don't connect with me. And so my agent runs, and my agent basically, checks to see if we're connected. If we're not connected, then it sends them a message saying like, hey, can you please connect with us? After you've connected with me, send me a direct message, send me a DM with the keyword, and I'll get back to you. So that system was working for a while, and I was just manually responding to the people. But then I got basically the amount of people that were messaging me with these keywords was becoming way too big, and I couldn't respond to all of them. So I had to figure out like, oh crap, like I can just automate this. And so I figured out how to automate that. And you can see my agent running right now that's basically doing that. And so now I have time to talk to you guys instead of responding to all these people.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well done.
But that's just an example of like how like I didn't think about like, oh, okay, like I need to automate a new process that I've never done before. I created the process, I did it manually, and then once it got to the point where it was too manual and it was taking up too much of my time, then I was able to justify the time to automate it. Because to automate this stuff, it takes time. Like it's not super easy. Like for example, this is the automation here. So this is it running right now. And I literally just built this today, and it took me about an hour to build this. But I've built a lot of automations, so that's why it took me an hour. If it was your first time doing this, it would take a hell of a lot longer than an hour. It would take like maybe a week. No, I wouldn't say a month, but a week. Yeah, maybe a month, because there's a lot that you need to learn, like a lot. You gotta learn how these code thingies work. You need to learn how schedule triggers work. You need to learn how loops work. Loops are quite complex. That took me a while to wrap that around my head. if nodes, how to connect with external APIs. These nodes here are connecting to external APIs to basically send messages. This is like updating the spreadsheet where I track everything. So yeah, this stuff takes time.
Absolutely.
So what questions do you guys have for me? Or do you just jump on this being like, I'm just going to jump on this?
No, I just had those initial questions from my side. I don't know others. What questions do they have?
Well, you came at a good time because we just started this. So as right now, there's just a few of us on the call. So, just keep
Yeah.
asking me questions, man. You're the one that's talking.
Oh, okay. So then I didn't want it to overtake your call and leave the space for other members. But
No, there's not much of us right now. So you got my attention.
oh,
This
perfect.
is pretty. It's not going to be like this every week. There'll be a lot more people asking a lot more questions. So
Yeah.
you kind of have John, who has built out all these different automations, has been a literal tech guru for the past several years. The guy knows his stuff. So if there's any questions you guys have about how this works or what applications this might be good for, anything like that, good moment to ask.
Just don't ask me questions about Bitcoin. I don't know why it's tanking right now. I can't answer that.
Okay. So, John, how realistic for a guy that doesn't know much about this? Like I said, I use, the Meet Alfred tool, which was basically with Sales Navigator. You just, build the profile of the people that you were looking, and then exporting that into the platform, and then it will run pretty much easily. You didn't have to know much to do that, which for me, like you said, as a business owner, that you just need to know a little bit about different things so you know how it works and where you can improve. But going through your platform and learning actually like the flow that that chart with all the steps that
Yeah.
you have shown, that seems to me, how long would it take someone like me just to learn to go through all your videos and realistically be able to build something like that,
Yeah.
from scratch, from zero?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, you're not going to like the answer because it depends. Everyone's different, right? So I can't give you an answer.
Yeah.
It depends on your IQ, how
Yeah.
quickly you can pick up this stuff, right? Everyone has different levels of IQ, but
Yeah.
it's true. We all do, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, and it depends on, I don't know, how well you work with tools and stuff like this. So, but what I can say is that it's going to take people a while to learn this stuff. And the people that end up knowing this stuff, at least like, even if you know half of what I know, of quarter what I know in a year's time from now, you're still going to be way ahead of a
Sure.
lot of people. So it's worth the time investment. And it all depends on how much, time you put in per week. But it's worth the investment because businesses are doing this.
Yeah.
The adoption, like right now, a lot of people just don't even think it's possible. I have so many people reach out to me and I show them the automations and I show them the results and they just don't even believe it. They don't even believe what they're looking at is real because they can't believe that an AI agent can do the job of like 100 people all at
Yeah.
the same time. Like they literally don't believe it. But they will. They will when they're being taken out by their competitors. They will. So, like you as a
It's
business person, you need to get on top of this and you need to get ahead.
Yeah, is there's any other way within your platform rather to do this way that you're showing, like an intensive week or anything like that, immersive program or whatever, whereby in a shorter amount of time
Yeah, yeah.
to be
Yeah,
able to?
right now we're just in the, get everyone to come in the platform, build it up, get the programming established.
Yeah.
And then like we're predicting that you just asked it. We've predicted, okay, people are probably going to want this.
Yeah.
And if we get enough people, then we'll do these programs. We'll do like an intensive program.
Yeah.
It takes a while to set this up. But hey, if we have enough people that want this, we have demand for it, then yeah, we'll do it. It will likely, if we're going to do something like this, probably in a month, we'll start it. And we'll probably want people to have some basic understandings, like, know how to import a JSON work file into N8N, know how to click on boxes with an N, like the pure basics. Everyone's going to have to kind of be at the same level or else it's not going to work. So yeah, everyone's going to have a very, very basic understanding of this. Yeah, which in the next month you will definitely have that and probably a lot more. So
Okay.
yeah.
And I imagine that you do, consulting work, if someone needs,
Yeah, we do, but it's only for the right people.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
it's
not for Argentinians. Okay.
I mean, if you throw in some empanadas and some wine from Mendoza, maybe we can work something out.
That sounds nice. Yeah.
Yeah. That Mendoza wine is quite, and those empanadas, and what else do you guys have? All the meats, yeah, the carnes, que delicioso, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Sure.
But your accent, though, I don't know. It's just show. No, it's it's show.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And Noah's buenas, like how the gringos say it, the Americans, they say Buenos Aires. No, it's Buenos Aires, it's Buenos Aires.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if it's the right clients, and I've had lots of calls with clients, and they want it, but they just don't. They're not willing to pay for it, or they don't believe in the technology, and it's not a fit, So
Yeah.
sure. If it's a good fit, then yeah, sure.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
So where are you at in your business?
I'm about I would say it's about 4 months away from launching. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Why are you doing it in stealth? Why not just, publicize it?
Why I'm doing it myself?
No. You said it's in stealth mode right now. You're not advertising that you have.
Yeah. Well, because all my energies in the development phase. So that's the reason.
Gotcha. Yeah, don't have time for the marketing. Just build it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you built stuff before? Have you built and brought products to market successfully?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the marketing as well, through those tools that I mentioned.
Yeah.
And, like about 45, 50 campaigns through those platforms. And so I know once I got the right product where I need it, then, kind of have know where to go from there. So, but like you said, there's so much automation that you can do. And I just know, that basic automation that I just described. So, but it worked great because, I share my Google Calendar, people book the meetings, and then I wake up in the morning and I have already all the meetings booked, and just had to be on the calls, and that's it.
That's good.
So that got the business going without any problems and in very large quantities, as you know. So I'm not describing anything that you're not doing it.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. Yeah. I was I do a lot of calls as well, and I made an AI agent that basically every time I finish a call, you see we have the note taker in here. The note taker, basically creates the action items or the summary, whatever, and sends it as an email. And then I had an AI agent basically read the emails and create like tasks, like Google tasks from them.
Yeah.
And so that system's been working really well because now I don't need an executive assistant. It's just, just all funnels in this task. Yeah. Like for example, all these tasks here were made by the agent. So it's really nice. So basically I don't miss because, stuff. I'm pretty good with staying on top of my tasks, my action items, but of course stuff's going to fall through the cracks, or maybe it's going to be a day where you're like, oh, I'm going to go through a list and see what I've missed. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice. Super nice.
So I have a question. Like as a beginner, I'm the type who likes to just like build first and learn as I go. What
Yeah.
sort of like use cases do you have for like beginner automations that I could like test out as I'm learning N8N?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I don't do theory. I just go straight to practice.
Yeah.
Which is the best. Honestly, for me, that's the fastest way to learn too.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you go into the classroom here, and if you go to the workflows, like literally, what I would do if I was you is just find a workflow that resonates with you, like something that would actually solve whatever you're doing. So let's see what this one is here. This is about AI-powered Twitter. Like, I don't know, maybe you want to do some Twitter automations or X, whatever it's called, X automations, then this resonates with you, right? Get that set up. Or maybe you want to do a customer support AI, whatever. Maybe you can even use that in your business. Then just spend like basically a week or 2 weeks just getting this set up and getting this working. Like just challenge yourself. Go in for like, one of these workflows here, because these workflows, they come with guides. So not all of them do, but oh, looks like we're missing one here, 24/7 assistant. But yeah, I also have the automation playbook. If you go to here, I have the 5 high impact automations here. These are ones that I've personally built and personally used. So this document here outlines all of them and gives links to the JSON documents. Like you just click on this and it'll bring you into the drive and you can grab it. But of these automations, I already mentioned one, the AI executive assistant one. That's this one here. So it's automation 4, the AI-powered personal assistant. Yeah. So this is a good one. I like this one. I have like a lead generation one as well if you have your own business. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. Basically takes a picture and animates it, like makes it basically a digital video from a picture, and it works pretty damn well. So sold this to a client, they really liked it. So there's lots of stuff, but basically to answer your question is like, yeah, just go into the workflows into here, find ones that resonate with you. Like for example, find trending content and make it work. Figure it out.
Okay. Awesome. I'll definitely dig into those.
Yeah, and as you start unpacking this, you're gonna have questions. You're gonna be like, I don't know, but you're gonna have questions. You're gonna figure some of that stuff out, and you won't be able to figure some stuff out. You're gonna need support. We all need support. So that's when you're gonna jump on these calls and you're gonna ask me questions, and I'm gonna answer.
And for that support, will ChatGPT be able to address most of this stuff?
And yes and no. Great question. Great question. I use, when it comes to debugging and programming, anything like that, I use Claude. Claude is really good for that stuff. I mean, ChatGPT is also pretty good, but Claude's really good. This is more advanced stuff that I'm going to teach you, but it's probably gonna go over your head, but whatever, I'll tell it to you anyways. So essentially this is basically a conversation that I had with Claude about helping me figure out a code node. This is the code here. I'm not a programmer, so I needed it to basically explain what it does. And what's really, really important with AI is you need to give it the perfect amount of content. When I say perfect, I mean you can't give it too much context and you can't give it too little context. There's a sweet spot between it. So like, for example, as you can see here, I gave it the JSON file. So this is the JSON file for my system. So I gave it the JSON file, and then I said, I gave it the prompt, help me understand how this code works in the attached n8n workflow. This is the code here. So that was more than enough context that it needed to answer my question. So, it answered it. I said, this code matches the keywords from the comments and blah, blah, blah. So it breaks down how it works. It shows me the code and it tells me exactly what it does at each one of the code. I'm like, great. Now I understand. So then, and I did it like this on purpose because I was building another workflow. And in that other workflow, I wanted to basically modify this code. So then I said, okay, great. I need you to do something different, but in a different workflow, see the attached. So I gave it the new workflow. And I said, basically, I need the code to check for the keyword that is outputted from this node. I gave it the name of the node, so it knows what I'm talking about. And I said, these are the example values that I'm looking to find. Essentially, I need you to write a new code that does the same thing, but filters out that output. And it answered my question perfectly. It gave me the code, and the code worked perfectly. Here's the code. I put it in to the node, and it worked. First try, it worked perfectly. No errors. But it only worked perfectly because I gave it the right context. Yeah, so context is king. Like, it really is. Like, you have to basically know how to work with AI. And you're gonna get frustrated because you're gonna think that AI should understand what's in your head and what you're telling it. And it's not. If it's not giving you the right output, the output that you're expecting, that's because you're not giving it a good input. So that's a key lesson. Like, you need to, and if there's a sweet spot to this, like if you've asked it at least 5 times and it hasn't answered your question in 5 times, then what you want to do is, that means this chat that you have is bad. Delete the chat, just delete it. I'm not going to delete this one. This one's good. But for example, you want to delete it and you want to just restart. And restart the whole conversation and just take a different approach for how you're going to approach this.
Yeah.
But AI is really good. Like, if AI is giving you bad output or is hallucinating, that's your fault. Like, it's really that. Yeah.
Yeah, fully agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like how AI was like a year ago. Like a year ago, like it really was bad. It really did hallucinate. It was you couldn't fix those hallucinations. Now you can. Now the hallucinations are practically down to like 0 or maybe like 1% of the time. Like it's essentially it's way better than humans, because humans hallucinate too. Like, we say the wrong stuff. We're humans, right?
Yeah.
But we're more like, I don't know why, like AI is basically humans, but much faster than us, and obviously smarter too. But we expect it to be like 100% correct 100% of the time. And it's like, no, like, it's like, cut us some slack. If it has a 1% or 2% error rate, that's fine, because it's humans have like a 10% error rate or 15% or even higher. So the fact that you got it down to 1 or 2%, that is freaking fantastic. That is so good. Like, that's what you should aim for. Even a 5% error rate is fine. That's totally fine. Yeah. You should expect errors. Like, errors are going to happen. It's impossible to fix all of the errors. Like, you don't want all the errors to be fixed too. There will always be edge cases, always. It will take way too much time to fix all of them anyways. Maybe I went on a bit of a rant here, but Any more questions?
Not from me, no.
Jasmine?
Sorry, I was getting distracted. It's dinner time in my household.
Cool. Maybe the timing isn't good. Maybe I should do this. Like, do you guys like the timing? Is this time good, or maybe a bit later, or maybe a bit earlier, maybe on a weekend, for example, like Saturday or Sunday? Maybe that would be better.
I mean, for me, I think that weekends I wouldn't join
Okay.
because but weekdays I think it's just a bit earlier, like an hour earlier, but
Yeah. Okay.
be at time difference just on my side. But otherwise, it's good the time. If I know it is, I will just move my dinner, an hour later, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
So not weekends. Okay.
that yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do. Try not to do weekends in my case.
Yeah. Yeah. No worries. What about you, Jasmine?
Evenings work for me. I feel like mine are always going to be very busy, so I just find ways to multitask.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay. So basically just keep doing this. And I think I'll start with twice a week, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then just, yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Because I want to give you guys value, because you took the time to come and show up. So thanks.
No, thank you. Thank you. I think it's great. This, I fully agree with you. Not knowing this for any business, you will be out for sure. Any competitor will kill you. I know
Yeah.
from experience, so I'm surprised that some of your prospective clients didn't believe you that this works
Yeah.
because it's incredible. Like I said, I have run it myself with those tools that you didn't need to know much. But anyway, I saw the results and improved the system within the system, in the messaging, in the sequencing, building, and in the LinkedIn platform, just liking the two posts from a perspective, client, and then getting the connect requests and just building all that sequence and then improving it campaign after campaign, and then seeing the results is incredible. Within, I would say, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, probably I had reached like more than 4,000 people or so,
Wow.
uh, and at the very top senior level, which, as you know, is difficult.
Yeah.
The
That's
higher
fair.
you get on the change, the more difficult it is
Yep.
with companies, and so you get the gatekeepers and so forth, and so it's fantastic. This is stuff.
It really is. Yeah. But these tools are, and they answer your what like you said, you're surprised that people don't believe this, and
Yeah,
it's not that they don't, like, when people see a tool and they see great marketing, they're like, oh, okay, it's a tool, it's it's something that I can work with, like, okay,
yeah,
cool. Then they're more likely to believe that, because this has been a common thing now for like 10 years. Like, this is a SaaS tool here, for example, Meet
yeah,
Alfred, and SaaS tools have been a thing for a long time. So that's a proven thing. We
yeah,
all know it works. But what's not a proven thing is this shiny thing here, is these workflows that have lots of boxes and have green arrows and stuff like that. And nobody knows what we're looking at. Like, some people look at this and they just see the matrix. They see like lines of code coming down the screen, and they have no idea what it is or what it does, right? So
yeah,
this is a new thing that we're all basically gonna have to learn. Like, this basically, because these things are custom, like, it's basically they emulate humans. They emulate what humans do. So there's no one size fits all for these
yeah.
things. Yeah. But we're all going to need them. So in one way or the other, at least the businesses that have them and do it right, they're just going to crush the other businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. Fully agree.
Yeah. Now I want to see what this tool does. Multi-channel sequence. Looks like it does a bunch of cool things.
Yeah,
Great
it is.
marketing. Yeah.
It is from experience. It is. I had and I do have still a Ukrainian kid that did the. I provide the buying persona, and the profile, and he did the lead generation emails, and with with the different systems, he makes sure the rate was at least 98%. So all the emails that he gave me in a month, then I inserted in the Lemlist platform. I don't know if you know that
Yeah.
tool.
Yeah.
Uh, and then from there I use for emails, and then this one that you're showing me, Alfred, for LinkedIn.
Gotcha.
So, and within that, I always reach the person. Maybe I didn't have the right offer and terms, but the system were going in parallel. And as you know, as soon as they responded in either in the LinkedIn or email, they opted out automatically the system from the sequence.
Yeah.
And so it was fantastic, reaching massive amount of people that I will manually will have never been able to do, even if I work 24 hours, by 365
Yeah.
days.
Let me show you something cool, because what you just described, I did it all in one workflow.
Oh, I would love
Everything does in one workflow. Yeah, it's super cool because it basically, you give it a list, and of the list it takes, like, for example, the prospects' names, and basically it's just like a list that you can pull from anywhere, from Apollo or Zoom Info or whatever. These lists are good and they're bad because, like, those platforms don't give you exactly what you need. They give you, like, maybe like 50% of the people or 20% of the people are good on the list. You still need to filter out all of the people on the list, right? And that takes a shitload of time. So I built this, which basically does, like, the market research on the company. Like, it's really cool. So what it does is, like, for example, you give it a company and it does a perplexity search, and it outputs, like, everything about the company at a really high level, like their website, the industry, the region that they're in, their revenue, what is, like, their size,
Perfect.
like size category, like a high level description. It gives them, like, a company detail here. And then it has another agent here that writes, like, pretty much like a really long report. Not a long report, like it's like a 2-page report that tells you everything about the company, which is really nice. And then I did this thing where I was like, okay, like, I want to know what this company does. Like, it's here, this part here, activities related to ICP.
Yeah.
So, like, let's say, like, you, Gonzalo, like, you offer, like, I don't know, in this case here, I think it was payments. They did something along the lines of payments. So if we open this, we can see it's like, yeah, activities related to ICP. So in this case, it's like we're telling the agent, the AI agent, to basically find everything about the company's operational activities related to payments, transactions, services, transaction providers, whatever. Like, tell us everything about that. And this is a healthcare company, so it's like, how can, let's see what it is, legacy community health. Like, how can it's a legacy community health deliver affordable healthcare services across broad medical and social spectrum, including blah, blah, blah. It's like, how could payments relate to that? And so it figures it out. Let's see what it came up with here. Tells you market position, which is really nice. Leadership, recent developments. It's so long, I gotta looking ahead. Okay, maybe I can search activities. There we go, activities related to ICP. So it says, in analyzing their operations with payments, transaction services, and blah, blah, it is evident that these elements are integrated in the core business functions. They have revenue streams, which are features of Medicaid and Medicare. True.
Mhm.
Yep. Alongside private insurance, it necessitates efficient transaction processes to optimize revenue collection and ensure financial stability. Such a model heavily relies on a billing system. So they have a billing system to handle high volumes of transactions involved in patient payments and insurance claims. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I would have never thought about that. And it would have taken me or a team of people forever to figure this out ourselves, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so this does it automatically. And then this agent here basically assigns a score. It's like based on, you know, like this is the company here, and based on this is the report that was generated. And based on the offering, you know, give us a, you know, give us a score. Yeah, exactly, a rating. Yeah. And if the rating's really good, then it's like, okay, now now basically scrape everything you can on the lead. It's like let's look at their profile, their LinkedIn profile. Let's scrape their content. This is basically just API, pulls in just a ton of data, and then this thingy over here basically, you know, ranks the data based on how meaningful it is to the person, and assigns a score and all of that. And it's really freaking good. And then down here, look, we got an error. I need to figure out why there was an error, but basically then it generates responses. It generates like hyper-personalized messages that makes super personalized reference to something that that person said at some point of time. So this system is incredible.
And you did this for a client, or this is
Yeah, this is for a client, and I've had a lot of people ask me about this, like, can you do something along this line? So a lot of people have basically been telling me that they get these big lists and they're spending, you know, time, you know, filtering out the good and the bad and making personalized messages. And this also does personalized emails. I mean, you can just tweak it to do the emails if you want, but yeah. So this system's really cool. This is the coolest thing that I've built. In my opinion, it's the coolest thing that I've built. And I'm going to start offering this to people. I need to figure out how I'm going to offer it to people, but I'm going to start offering it to people as kind of like a white glove system, like just onboard people to it, and I just give them like basically like a document. See, it created like creates the messages here. Like, congrats on this. I saw your recent activity here. What a fantastic achievement. I'd love to know how this learning has influenced your approach. And then, you know, so see, that's the reference to whatever they said. And it's like, at our company, we help companies like you reduce your fees, blah, blah, blah. Let's explore how we can, you know, achieve your company's goals together. So it's really good.
And outreach, you did it through LinkedIn and email, both, or?
Oh, it can be both. Yeah. I mean, but the thing about N8N is you can be whatever you want.
No, sure. But in this case, because
in this case, it's LinkedIn messages. So
only LinkedIn messages.
Yeah, and this one's only LinkedIn messages. Yeah.
Because I was asking you this, and on the campaigns that I did before through those platforms, really, you could see where when I was measuring that, you could see that, you know, LinkedIn works better in Europe as opposed to in the US, because of course LinkedIn is started in the US and people kind of, you know, are it's too much for them. So for Europeans now, they're kind of still at some, you know, level of not saturation as opposed to the US. So incredible enough, the performance was better in emails in the US rather than LinkedIn. So there was a logic behind. So as you were mentioned earlier before about how you could.
Well, for this, like, you know how you told me how you got somebody to create the email sequence for you and then you just put it into the system? Like, that's exactly what this does.
I created the sequence. I created the sequence on the emails.
Gotcha. Well, in this case, this system does it for you. So this is messages that's designed for LinkedIn, but it could be for email as well. You just copy and paste it and put it into an email sequence if you want. Yeah.
So this will be, I will be very much interested on this workflow that you have developed, because like you said, you know, I think everyone wants this.
Yeah.
Because that's all the work, and you wake up in the morning and you got your your meetings booked.
Basically, yeah, exactly.
So you're not, you haven't developed the concept of how you're gonna pack.
I'm thinking that I'm going to, because there's two different approaches here. Like I can give people the workflow, sell it to them, and then, help them set it up for them, which means there's a lot of work involved in that. Like you need to get your own OpenAI account. See how there's an OpenAI account here?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get a lot of accounts. You're gonna have to get an n8n account, OpenAI account. You're gonna have to get a Unipile account. Like you're just gonna have to get a bunch of accounts. You're gonna have to get them all set up. You're gonna have to get Google Cloud Provider as well, so you can connect to, for example, the spreadsheets here.
Yeah.
And I've done this with clients, and it takes like, depends on, there's always errors doing this stuff because I don't know why. It's just technology can be a huge pain in the ass sometimes. Yeah. Just that one-time setup. If everything goes according to plan, it should take an hour, but sometimes it takes 5 hours. So I got one client where it's like we're still doing it.
Yeah.
The client's Google account had some issues. Like I don't know, had some issues I've never seen before, and sorted out. Yeah. So that's approach one. Approach two is I have my own N8N, and I just host it on my N8N, and you just get your own spreadsheet basically, and every day it just runs in a spreadsheet. That's the second approach, and I think the second approach is a much faster and easier way of doing this. So I think I'm just gonna do the second approach. I'm just gonna open it up, start advertising it, and basically just get people to sign up, and I'll just give them the spreadsheet basically. And then if I get enough interest, enough demand, then I'll turn it into a nice fancy website like this with a nice fancy dashboard.
Sure. And
yeah, that will take a lot more time though, but it's doable.
But just to starting with that, John, how much would it cost, through the second option?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out.
You haven't? Okay.
Yeah. I gotta figure that out. How much would you pay?
Well, um, I will have to realize, I don't know an exact figure but
or what these people are charging. It would be more than this, because this system does a hell of a lot more than this stuff does. So
yes,
it'd be like $100. It'd be like 100 to 200 a month, something in that range.
Yeah. I will pay that. Okay. If you price it on that range, I will be.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
I will be your first customer. Seriously, right now I'm telling you.
All right. Well, then we can take this offline and we can have a discussion. Yeah.
Because like you said, this system like it's showing paid $60 or whatever, but it's kind of, don't take me wrong, it's solid, but basic. Yeah.
There's still a lot of manual stuff that you have to do, which takes up a lot of time. Like people basically hire people to operate these systems for them.
Yeah. More in this case on this platform, it's not so much manual, but it's at the end, it's you're doing, it's the sequence is not like your sequence, because your sequence is tailor-made.
Yeah, exactly. It's tailored.
Their SaaS system is just a sequence that applies to everyone. So I reach everyone with the same sequence, and it's not personalized.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In your case, you're personalized, investigating not only about the company, figure out what the company really does.
Yeah, exactly.
Matching with your service, giving you a rate. That's impressive. Yeah. So I will pay for the $100 per month. So you are I can be your first customer for the trial period.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah.
But I think it's so if you didn't know this, people, these are a lot of people are using this mid alpha. And how do you do the lead generation? for emails.
Well, like you want the emails to be sent in like an
No,
automated sequence?
no, I want the source of the emails. Let's say I need to contact John, but I don't know his email, and he's the CEO of X company.
Yeah.
So the emails.
Oh yeah. There's APIs for that if you don't know what the emails are. Like for example, this one's Wiz is pretty good because they have this one here.
But
They
I mean, within your system, you have that built, or
no, I would have to add this in.
okay.
Yeah, that would be like an add-on basically. So
Okay.
yeah, exactly. But the way that I built this system is you give it a list from Apollo, like Apollo. So you give it a list from Apollo or Zoom Info, and generally Apollo and Zoom Info, they have the emails. Yeah. So, and everyone knows how to use these platforms, and we all know how to get these lists. It's pretty straightforward, right? But yeah, the Wizard thing, like this works really well. I've tested it. It gets the emails, and this basically they have APIs, which basically means I can connect this to the workflow. And if the list, if there's like how there's a row in the list, and if a row in the list doesn't have an email, then this thing enriches it with the email essentially. Yeah. That's what this would do. Yeah, and that's pretty good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So yeah, exactly. So it's 100% possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
Beautiful. And then measurement, I think with about Google Data Studio, right?
Yeah.
You could, like that spreadsheet that you have right there, that one you will link into the Google. It changed the name. I think now this is called Google Data Studio or something like that.
Studio. Yeah. Google Data Looker Studio.
Oh yeah. Now that's I'm with the old name.
This. So you put it into here. Oh, this is just analytics.
Yeah, exactly. You put your Excel sheet, you will put it here, and then it will generate reports, executive reports, showing you, the effectiveness on the outreach. Great stuff, really, and it's free.
This is cool. Yeah, look, it's been a while since I've used Looker Studio. I have used it before, but a long time ago. That's interesting.
Yeah. This is and this what I use when they call it Google Data Studio. Now they changed its name, but it's the same. And you can see there's some Google Analytics report, and it's fantastic because then you optimize your campaigns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do more of the stuff that's working based on the data that's given you, the visualized data. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Cool.
It's a real pleasure talking to you, John. It's fantastic because I feel talking about the same language, and this is very cool.
Yeah, man, likewise. Well, I'll reach out to you after this and we can have a call and we can basically set you up on the system.
Yeah, fantastic. Loved that. And I apologize, Jasmine, if I have overtaken a bit too much on this call. I don't know if it has.
You're good.
I don't know if it has helped.
It has been interesting for sure.
I don't know if my questions have served you in any way.
No, I mean, we're all here to learn, right? So,
yeah,
exactly.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Beautiful. Guys, we are over time, and I'm going to go get dinner soon. You guys are eating dinner. I'm going to get dinner.
I missed my dessert, but I'm going to get it. So no worries. Thank you so much, John. A pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, Jasmine, as well, for your time and your questions. And it has been a pleasure being on this call, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks all. All right. See you next one. Bye.
Okay. Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.